you for once again with Dark Souls 2011, the game. Close enough. And this is going to be another Race Now episode. In the last episode, we went to Las Vegas Motor Speedway with Sam Horace Jr.'s number 77 Mobile 1 Dodge, and that episode was requested by Limestone Butter, so shout out to him one more time. In this episode, we are going to Kansas Speedway with Martin Truex Jr.'s number 56 Napa Toyota Camry. Now, this was owned by Michael Waltrip Racing, and of course, Kansas is very similar to Las Vegas. In the last episode, we won by 0.00 seconds. So basically it was a tie, but because the game doesn't like Mark Martin, it likes Sam Horace Jr. more, it decided to give us the win. And plus, we're probably the person playing the game, so they gave us credit for that. Now, the Kansas is a lot like Las Vegas, as I was saying, but hopefully we're not as loose off the corners. That was constantly a problem whenever I went to Las Vegas. And I think I did some practice recently, and it was quite different, and we can actually get through the field better. So I'm looking forward to this episode. Always got Tony Stewart in the background, try to have the variety of his paint schemes and stuff, but let's go into single player. NASCAR drivers, and now it's got Tony Stewart's car there because I changed the paint scheme. But we go all the way to the right, find that 56 car, Martin Truex Jr. I really like this paint scheme. It's one of my more liked Napa paint schemes. Now that we're going to Kansas Speedway in the NASCAR 2011 The Game Race Now series, we only have 2 tracks left to go to, and those are Phoenix International Raceway and Michigan International Speedway. So if you have not yet requested an episode, and you would like to, just pick one of those 2 tracks and a driver we haven't raced with yet, and if you're the very first one in the comment section down below, then that will be the next episode of the series. I've had to say it before, but you know, if you haven't yet requested, then yeah, you know, one of the episodes that we've already done. Sometimes they get it mixed up and they'll automatically go picking a track that we've already been to, or they'll pick a driver that we've already raced with. But if you don't know which drivers we've raced with, then you can just go looking through the playlist. So for a 1.5 mile track, we always do 16 laps, and then I think whenever we go to Michigan, it might be like a 14-lap race, and I don't know what we're going to do for Phoenix. I might just copy Phoenix with what we did for Richmond or something. But yeah, same settings as always. Very hard difficulty, 42 opponents, qualification off. Tire and fuel usage is going to be on, even though it's not going to take effect. The cosmetic damage, which is beautiful, and also nuts in this game as always, and caution is going to be on. We're going to have lots of cautions, like we always do. I feel like I'm mentioning the same freaking things every episode whenever I look through all these settings, but just in case this is your first video that you're ever watching of me playing this game, I don't know. So, I've done 2 races here, average finish is 2nd, and I got 1 win. I don't know when I won here. I don't think I won here last time I came here, so it might have been the first time, but I have a track record of running well at this track, so let's see how I do on video. A while ago, I was watching a video by Kamikaze Games. He was basically just talking about the previous Dover race and all the good things that we could have taken away from it. And in that video, he was wearing my merchandise t-shirt with the profile picture and the logo beneath it. And I was just sitting there thinking, wow, Senpai is in my merchandise. And I fangirled on the inside and also on the outside because I was all by myself when I watched it. Also, this car behind me is driving the same sponsor as me. That's stupid. There's only one real Napa know-how driver. That is Truex. Or at least it was back in the day. Another thing I should mention that I realized before I started recording this video, I've never actually dumped Kyle Busch in this Race Now series. At least I don't think I have on purpose. Now I just think to myself, why? Why not? I have every right to. It would be so justified if I did. Right after this game came out, he literally wrecked my favorite NASCAR Truck Series driver of all time on purpose under caution at Texas Motor Speedway. The thing is, the Truck Series, and he was a full-time Cup driver back in 2011, obviously, so I don't know what he was doing in the Truck Series, but I have never hated him more in my entire life, ever since then. I mean, I've kind of hated him at some points, and I've disliked him since then, but golly, I don't think he's ever going to come that close again. So it's kind of just thinking to myself, it'd be appropriate if I just left my mark in this Race Now series by finding him in this race and dumping him the best I can. But then now I realize that dumping somebody on purpose in this game is actually very difficult, because whenever you hit somebody and try to dump them on purpose, you usually just get stuck to their car and it's like a freaking concrete block. Oh my god, you guys are driving so slow and I hate it. It's scary. I can't turn off the indicators. I keep hitting the freaking left analog stick, but it's not doing anything. Kyle Busch is probably up here somewhere. Jimmy Johnson is in the lead all by himself, as he always is. So that's all the reason for me to find Kyle Busch and dump him. Get 2 good results from that. And after completing this lap, we're going to complete the first quarter of the race. So, wow, it was really easy making my way through the field. So my statistics really show how easy this track is. So there's Kyle Busch. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Get off the 29. Get off the 29. Maybe if I just drive in the back of him really hard, that's what usually causes someone to spin in this game.
Okay, you got it. Let's play that now.
There we go. Whoa! Fuck you! Payback. It took 8 years, but that's good enough. I let off the gas ages ago and I was turning, but it's still at the wall. Okay, let's get a... Yeah, give me a close-up. How hard did you hit that outside wall? Ooh! Bounced off Harvick and spun. I don't like Harvick that much either these days. I mean, I liked him back then, but I don't like him anymore. I wonder if somebody crashed into him as he was parking in turn 3. And now he's right next to me, so I could just dump him again, but I don't think I want to waste time on that. We got all these cars in front of us, along with Jimmy Johnson, so this gives us the opportunity to win in this episode, which would be nice, because Kansas is this weekend, so I guess that's why Sparky chose to race this track in particular. Sparky 42. Did I even mention that Sparky 42 requested this episode? I think I did. But, I might as well just throw it in now. But, yeah, we're going to Kansas this weekend, tomorrow night. So, maybe this is our way to wish Martin Truex Jr. luck, so we can get his 2nd Cup win of the season. I'm going to win. If I can win this race, then Martin Truex Jr. is going to win it this weekend. Maybe. I hope. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. There's really no way to actually confirm he's going to. Jimmy Johnson, get back over here. Actually, there's someone right behind Jimmy Johnson. That is Kurt Busch. And I'm just ash-running these guys as I'm trying to keep up with them, and they're holding, these other guys in the top 5 are holding me back. If I can actually be in 3rd place, it'll allow me to catch him. Otherwise, it does this rubber banding thing where the leaders pull away, especially Jimmy Johnson. Okay, this time by, we're at the halfway point. This could be my first dominant episode in this entire series since the first episode at Charlotte, where I had 2 face cams, one of me reacting to me playing the game, and then another one of me eating at McDonald's, because I couldn't race the McDonald's paint scheme as they wanted me to. That's still a very iconic start to this series. But you guys get over here. We can do this. We can win this episode. It's very possible. It would be depressing if I didn't. Jimmy Johnson's got the fastest lap, no surprise there. Turn off the indicators. Please. Please turn off indicators. I feel so proud of myself. I dumped Kyle Busch in 2010. I dumped him before he dumped Ron Hornaday, so I don't know. Whatever. It's NASCAR 2011, so it's close enough. But NASCAR, the game wasn't out yet. I don't know that much. NASCAR, the game inside line. So we've got these 2 guys, and we're just gonna fly right past them. Get them indicators off. And that was actually the fastest lap of the race right there as I passed Jimmy Johnson, so that's great. Can I get the fastest lap and win the race? Maybe. Don't get underneath me. I'm trying to get back down the bottom so they won't make some kind of crossover. I don't think it'd be a crossover because I did pass on the inside. Well, I'm going to lead this lap, and I intend to lead every lap from this point on. I'll see you guys at the white flag. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Haven't run a faster lap time since the moment whenever I took the lead from Jimmy Johnson, but, wow. Not only did I dump Kyle Busch deservingly, I dominated the race for the most part. I mean, Jimmy Johnson, he was dominating it, but because of that not bogus caution whatsoever, I got the lead. And I just blame the rubber banding on the fact that Jimmy Johnson was able to pull away so far. But there you have it. We go back-to-back in the NASCAR 2011 The Game Race Now series. And I don't feel dirty or naughty whatsoever. I feel like I did what I've been wanting to do for ages. Also, we get to do donuts again. Yay. Napa know-how nuts. Napa no nuts. Napa, oh god, Napa doesn't have nuts. That's bad. We ran the fastest lap, won the race. Our fastest lap was 0.3 seconds faster than Jimmy Johnson. So yeah, I even deserved this win by far. Kurt Busch, 3rd, Jeff Gordon, 4th, Tony Stewart, 5th, Juan Pablo Montoya, 6th. Why did it, like, disappear? Matt Kenseth 7th, Jeff Burton 8th, Kyle Busch 9th. I wish he could have just like finished last place after that. At least he didn't make progress. He started 7th. And Carl Edwards finishing 10th. Would you stop disappearing? I'm trying to read the results. This is so dumb. How many episodes, how many races I've won in this NASCAR Race Now series? I mean, maybe like 4, 5, I don't even remember. I know we won at Charlotte, and we won at Las Vegas, and we won at Kansas, but I don't remember the other episodes that we won. I think we won at Dover, right? With Kevin Harvick. Blurbity blurbity blur. There are all the race results. Ryan Truex finished in last place. That's a horrible contrast. Come to think of it, I think we won at Atlanta Motor Speedway because I'm just remembering that this episode seems very similar to the one that we did at that track. I remember flying past the entire freaking field and then being a bit bored as I had to catch other cars. But I don't know if I won it or not. I just know it gapped out quite a bit. Though we did have a few situations where there are dumb wrecks and nonsense. I think this one was more simplistic and maybe even easier than Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's just, I was expecting this to be just as hard as Las Vegas, maybe a little bit easier, but not that much easier. But at least I deserved to win this one. I know I did. I think I could have still won this one even if I hadn't dumped Kyle Busch, knowing how much ground I was making up. But I don't even want to know how much of a chance I had to win that race without dumping him, because I earned it. I should have done it ages ago. But yeah, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you haven't requested an episode in this Race Now series and you want to, just go down in the comment section below. Make sure that you're the very first one. And if you pick a driver that we haven't raced with yet and choose Phoenix or Michigan, then that will be the next episode in a couple weeks. I'm so happy to be ending this series because it's been kind of stupid all overall, and I've gotten tired of it in some places. While I am enjoying some of the most recent episodes, such as the Las Vegas episode, I'm excited to start NASCAR Thunder 2002 Race Now series whenever this one's done, because that game brings back a lot of nostalgia, and I like the paint schemes. It has a big variety of paint schemes, and I don't have to go freaking unlocking them all the time. Most of them are already unlocked, aren't they? And I don't know. I mean, the driving model in NASCAR Thunder 2002 is neck and neck in stupidity with this game, but it's just, for 2001, those were kind of the expectations, weren't they? But that's beyond the point. See you next time. That's that, and episode over.